Hola, mis amigos. Happy Friday. Okay. Happy Friday. I'm on the 4-hour right now. This looks goofy, bro. Damn, this weekly candle is nonsense. What's up? Friday the 13th, George? Oh no. Thanks for the reminder. Uh-oh. Bom dia. Buenos dias. Dobro jutro. Good morning. Guten Morgen. Let me know in the chat where you are watching from. In New York, it is currently very sunny and clear outside, but it is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're back to freezing temperatures. 0 degrees Celsius. No, I don't know what to expect from this market. Vote in the chat what your bias is. Hello. Watching from Seattle, Taiwan, Dubai, Turkey, France, Alabama. What's up, Ian Howell is new. What's up? Cold with a touch of snow. Yeah, it snowed a little bit. South Africa, South Korea, New York City, Stockholm, Sweden, Brussels. That's cool. Turkmenistan. Today's bias all over the place. Rollover Friday. I agree. I mean, I like to look at the 4-hour. It's been dropping lower, but like in a vicious manner. And look, we're coming back up here. Retesting previous week low for ES. Let's see for NASDAQ. It's not. This is NASDAQ. I mean, the weekly looks like shit. There's no clear clear way it's gonna go. Most days I can come in and like even look at lower time frames, but I'm just gonna write 4-hour looks like shit. That's literally what I just wrote in my notebook. No, this looks like garbage. I can't even find something interesting. We had PCE today at 8:30. That's that wick, I suppose. No, it's not actually. some 8:45 news there. We have 10 a.m. news today, so I'll mark that out, but honestly, if it's still looking shitty by then, I'm not touching much here today. FAFO market, Okay. See what oil is doing. Yesterday, the U.S. announced that they're gonna pause the sanctions on Russia for oil for the moment. It didn't even move down that much. Only down 2%. I don't know. Yeah, we took an Asia high. Still have some afternoon highs from yesterday, so. Would you guys vote in the chat? New York, Western New York, South Africa. It's cool. Alright, let me take the poll down. Let's see what you guys voted. Bullish, 50%. Bearish, 36%. And neutral, 14%. Most of you guys are bullish. Yeah. I mean, I was bullish yesterday. I'm happy to have gotten out with break-even trade. I feel bad for anyone that was trading NASDAQ during lunchtime. That's crazy. What the hell is this? I'm so glad I left. And I did cold turkey. Oh my gosh, there's definitely a time in my past where I'd be trying to trade that mess. Alright, here's the open. It just looks so messy. What are we gonna do? Crash. What am I gonna do? We have 10 a.m. news. I think I'd rather just wait for that. And marked all those equal highs from like yesterday that we never tapped. But I mean, the move's just messy. It's very messy. There's some hourly FEGs below. We've been solving so much at like 8:30, 9:30, and midnight open, all pretty much in the same area. YM's blasting off more. It's already above that pre-market high. Meta's down 3%. You. I mean, the last 4-hour candles, whipped to the downside. But now we already took out some buy side during this 4-hour candle. Nothing to write home about with this first 3 minutes of the day. I suspect we might even just chop a bunch until the 10 a.m. news. So ES actually took out like that Monday New York session low during London session, and Nasdaq did not. See that? It's like a little hourly S&T there. Somewhat interesting there. What tool do I use to calculate positions? I'm not on TradingView. I'll use the short and long position. So here's a short position. Double click it. I personally just put in how much I want to risk, whether it's 500 or 750 or whatever. Right now it's on 500 because the market's been whack lately. And I just put 100%. And I put lot size 1 if I'm trading ES or NASDAQ. And click OK. And then so let's say I want to short from here and stop here, right? It's just an example. Here it says 0.1. That means 1 micro. But let me put in a more reasonable trade for the way I trade, right? It's just an example. It's a 115 point stop. So let's say this as an example, just an example. So here it says quantity 0.44. So then that means take 4 micros. If you're on the NASDAQ chart, if I'm on the micro NASDAQ chart, it would just say quantity 4. And then you can see as I adjust my stop to be smaller, it tell me to take more sizing, 0.7, bigger, 0.2. And that's that. Very simple. And then you just save that as your template. If you go long, that's long tool, same thing. Save as, and then just name your thing. Or save as default, whatever you want to do. So NASDAQ just creating these equal highs into this FEG here. Let's see what happens. I don't see any like SMT at a high. Keep it on the hourly a little bit. I mean, in high resistance moves, you can kind of anticipate sometimes to have a deep retracement, so we'll find out whether that's a deep retracement. You're welcome, Discover Wisdom. First FEG of the day for NASDAQ. ES wacky. NASDAQ also wacky. We'll see how this 20-second goes. But pretty wacky. Yeah. First percent fair value gap. It's not like it's moving lower, respecting that, no. So there's not much to do here. It's chop until 10 a.m. probably. I keep flipping through time frames to see maybe there's something cleaner, and I just do not see it. Like, I'm not even logged into all my accounts on NinjaTrader right now because I just don't want to even be tempted right now unless I see something good. Capital Preservation Friday. Good morning, Johnny. Yes, NASDAQ are all back above their 9:30, 8:30, and midnight opens. Yeah, I'm really trying hard to find like a good clean time frame. Seems like the clean time frames are the hourly and the 15. The Dow is definitely the strongest today. It's past its pre-market high for a bit now. ES is a little stronger. The NASDAQ didn't even really create that first presented fair value gap of the day. Anyway, I guess we'll get to see what it does to these pre-market highs. Will it be wick and reversal, or will it be like continuation? It makes me so cautious when I see structure like this because, like, what's stopping just some random used candle from taking out a bunch of trendline liquidity? To the downside, yeah. I'm kind of just gonna write longs only if we trace OTE or I don't know, or if we market high. I don't know. There's an SMT at that low. So we already had kind of like a SMT there. I think it really depends on the 10 a.m. or if 10 a.m. setup. If we were traced here, the fair value gap in a premium and this bullish breaker on the hourly. Maybe that's all it wants to do. Is there an SMT there then? I suppose, yeah. From that open. Okay, it's pretty good reaction there at the pre-market high. Very strong, going past it. We're gonna find out at the end of this hourly candles, will it just invert this? Or will it have a temporary roadblock here? And then retrace again? Wow, since it inverted that first presented FEG at like 937, we got straight up 200 points. 9 minutes of straight up candles. Okay, I thought it would chop around more. All right, fair enough. We have the buy side I marked out here up here 930s for Nasdaq. Hey, if we end up inverting this, it could get all the way up here. When did we start today? We started already down here. Okay. How much on the daily did we move so far? 400 points. I think that's the ATR is really close. The ATR is 505. Okay. 505 and 113. ES has moved 96 points. Yeah, so I'm not going to chase. Already moved like 80%. Okay. I literally feel like putting on my hoodie. Like, that's how bleh. Okay. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. news. Someone told me, someone said I look like a 70s drug dealer with the yellow glasses. I think these yellow glasses probably fit that more. Okay, so the hourly candle is actually rejecting right now. There's a lot going on. Do you guys think that we're going to hold this low that we made at 936, the SMT, and go higher? Or do you think that this is like seek and destroy and going to take out that liquidity? I think, let me pull you guys. Let me pull the chat. Last line in the sand will be like this for you guys. You guys are voting 50-50. We have 10 a.m. news in about 7 minutes. Yeah. Johnny Soap says we're stacked between 2 NWOGs and 2 RTH gaps. It's going to be a mess of a day. That's a good point, Johnny. That's a very good point. Oh my god. Sorry, that is very true. I deleted the NWOGs because they're all over my charts, but I totally see that. Yeah. And like, yeah, that RTH gap up here and down here, we totally could come down there if we wanted to. How much of it did we fill for NASDAQ and ES? I don't think anything really for ES. I'm definitely a baller. That's funny. Yeah, so both of them look kind of strong from where we opened there, right? Where did we close? Here to here, right? We didn't even fill like half of it. I can delete that. I'm kind of thinking maybe we retrace OTE of that leg that we just made. If we don't, then whatever, but it's kind of what I wrote. It's like I'd only take like an OTE entry. Vote in the chat whether you think the 936 low will hold. We'll close in like a minute. A couple minutes. Someone said Tori versus Tanya. And someone said Tori wins every time. I mean, I'm friends with Tori. Or I'm friendly with Tori. But didn't she like try to short crude at like 60s recently? When am I getting a Ferrari? I have different priorities, you know? I don't see myself getting a Ferrari anytime soon. It's not even in my, like, vision board. I'd rather have, like, I don't know, savings and, just investments for my future. What am I? I'm 27. And I don't have a family now, but I will. I don't want to be one of those people that messed up in their 20s. And then had to sell their car later or something, you know? Keeping it in investments. And then I'll buy like a Ferrari with investments or something. I'd rather have a few investment properties first. And in New York City, what am I going to do with this Ferrari? Pay like expensive ass exotic garage prices, and then you can't even cruise. You're in traffic. I just don't want attention. Sorry, I don't want the attention. Because then everyone's looking at who's driving that Ferrari, and I just don't want to be looked at. I get enough attention throughout the day anyway. I know somebody that had a Royal Oak, and then I think in 2018, then he was outside of a club in New York City waiting for an Uber, and someone came behind him with a pipe, knocked him unconscious, stole his watch. Yeah, wait until the real estate market crashes before investing. I agree. It's cheap. It's better to just rent right now and invest in the different things, different assets, just the stock market. rent, and then use the money you would for like equity in a house for investments. That's what I do. Because right now it's very different than when like my parents' real estate market. They bought actually during the bubble crash, the .com bubble. And since then their house has like tripled. 1 year after they bought it, actually, the house was up. Like their neighbor bought the house next door for like 30% more than they bought it for. 1 year after. But anyway. Family's the most important thing, I agree. When you have and are enough, you don't have anything to prove anything to anybody. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Bought my dad a car. I don't drive. I don't want to drive. I have a license. Got my license actually 17. And did driver's ed in New York and everything. You know, when you live in like deeper Queens, then you need a car. Right now I don't need one. If I need to go somewhere, I just get an Uber. Or take the ferry, honestly. I'll take the subway if I'm like with a group of people, but not myself, really. I did take the subway a long time, though. But ever since they set that woman on fire, I've not been taking it by myself, no. Anyway, I saw the Devil Wears Prada's coming out. Number 2. Devil Wears Prada 2. I need to see that the first day, for sure. May 1st. Boomers bought a whole house and 2 cars and support a whole family on one salary. Those were the days. Yeah, I know, right? My parents aren't boomers, though. They're Gen X. Does this chick even know how to trade? I don't know. Someone answer him in the comments. Tanya trades income needed to live in New York City comfortably. It depends on what your level of comfort is, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Chat's goofy today? I guess so. The Devil Wears Gucci would be funny. At least $8K a month in New York City, you think? Probably. Depends on what your rent is, right? Tanya, I noticed lately you trade micros. Any reason lately? Yeah, because the market's just been going sideways, and we have huge volatility, so I need to take smaller size even to risk similar amounts. I used to risk more, like I was risking like 1,500, 1,200 per trade. Now I'm risking like 500 to 750 a trade, literally because this market's kind of whack. Although last week and this week I'm on a kind of a roll, but I don't trust it. This market. Here we're retracing very deeply. I said this is the last line to stand for ES. Let's see what it does. We just had the 10 yen news. It didn't really do much. Someone said bearish SMT with market structure shift and displacement. Where's the SMT though? I don't see the SMT. We both took out the noon afternoon highs. Someone said they're going down. Okay, so you guys voted 50-50 on whether this low will hold. And that's pretty much the state of the market. No said 53%, and yes said 47%. Price high probability gap fill. We have 2 gap fills, though. We have one from last night, and then one from Wednesday night. For the one for today, we, pretty strong against it in the morning. Nasdaq's looking stronger than ES today. Nasdaq's retracing like in a 3-minute FEG in discount, like the OTE right here. Does it have any other like one smaller time frame FEGs here? No. On the 2 minutes, a tiny one here. Tiny. And the 1 minute, 2 minute, yeah. 1 minute, yes. Tiny ones there. Okay. I think that if we break this high, I'd probably try for longs. ES held its last line in the sand. For now. This is a 15-minute fair value gap for Nasdaq right now. We're inside of. And ES. Determines my bias for today. Structure. Tanya, what is bias? I'm gonna put that out. The first of 2 YouTube videos coming out, that's gonna be the second one. Do I prefer Nasdaq or going outside? Depends on the weather. Yeah, chat is goofy today, I agree. Yeah, Forgotten Trader says he bought his first house 24 years ago for £18,000. He gave a few more around the world now. He wears clothes from Next ABD and drive a Toyota. He wears clothes from Next and drive a Toyota. Materialistic things don't bother me. Yeah. Pax also said no trades, word. Tanya, are you Skibbity, Riz, or African? I don't know what that really means. What's the pair on this chart? You can see the top right. You're new to ICT. Can you explain SMT a little bit? Yeah, it's just when you have SMT is when you have a difference in correlation. So you can see here on the hourly overnight during where we reversed London session, ES took this low, this Monday 10 a.m. low, or that whole low that we had from that huge push up on Monday, right? Took it. Nasdaq didn't. And then that's like where the reversal started. Also at the in the morning we have a small SMT here, but I don't know how much I consider it, which is why I haven't just taken a long straight up in here. This market's kind of wonky. Yeah, now ES is retracing again. That's really not something you want to see here. I wanted to see some speed to go long. And it looks like we're just steadily dropping. That FEG was respected the 1 minute, and this high was not broken. So, nothing here right now for the longs. And the 4 hours was pretty rough. 4 hour took some sell side, that wick, during the overnight, during London, right? And the next 4 hour during London session, did most of the move back up higher. It took out one little high here into this hourly fair value gap, which we did reject there, right? But I don't know. I can't really bring myself to go short there with this like wick like this and this really strong candle. In the last 4 hour candle. Let's see this 930 low, 936 low. What are we doing here in ES? Let's mark that out. It's losing some steam. So, I mean, so far this day is no trend for today. I mean, look, that's gross. That's what I said. I'm not even logged into all my accounts on Ninja Trader because I just don't. I come in today and I'm like, this doesn't really look good because we're in between so many different PD areas and it doesn't seem like pricely. It just seems really indecisive. Like if I do take a trade, I'm just gonna take it on like 3 accounts or something like that instead of my usual 30, right? It's just not worth this today. You said Pax also. Yeah, I agree. Pax says no trades today. Then he's probably right. He's been around for a long time. He started trading before I was born. ES just took that 936 low. Well, NASDAQ do the same. It's certainly not like this is very high resistance. Either way. Okay, let's see. New low of day here. Or do you guys think that it's going to make another stupid divergence? S&T and NASDAQ will like pop from here. I can see both sides. That's why I'm not taking a trade right now. ES not really finding much strength after sweeping that low though. Where's the 10 AM open? That's what I wanted to mark out actually. 10 AM open. Okay. It's kind of interesting. Because it's right, this FEG and this swing high. Yeah, 1 minute just looks like AMD of all that London liquidity. I know. I mean, who's to say we don't just retrace deeply within this leg? That's what I was saying earlier. So especially since ES hit like new low day there, and ES was the stronger one to begin with, that's what makes things really hard. ES was a stronger one because, like you see at the open, NASDAQ dropped a bit at first and created that SMT, and now ES is new low of session before NASDAQ is. So it's a lot of BS here. I'm going to delete the SMT here because it's not really valid anymore at the moment, unless it wants to do this. There's just no urgency in here. I mean, I guess you could have shorted at 10 a.m. if you thought that this was a little 1 minute market structure shift in the hourly. And then you would have made some money here on the NASDAQ, sure. But honestly, I wrote I'm pretty much bullish bias still. Okay, let me look at the hourly again. Asia session. Consolidation. London session manipulation and also distribution during New York. So it's either right now we're going to have more accumulation. I mean, I just see a ton of possible trendline liquidity here for ES. So, like all of this. ES is dropping low. It's so funny. NASDAQ's not even at the new low session yet. That's what makes this whack, I would say. All the other ones are. NASDAQ's the strongest right now. RTY and the Dow are below its 8:30 open. Jack says, do you think that you're smart? That's a stupid question. Oh, you're asking a lot of stupid questions, actually. "90-minute candle looks nuts," says Discover Wisdom. I don't look. There's a 90-minute candle option. I didn't even know that. I don't think I even have that 90-minute at 45-minute here. Add custom interval. See what that looks like. Yeah, looks gross. Looks similar to the hourly. Happy Capital Preservation Friday. People are yelling at me to just sell. I mean, you can sell, bro. Today, ICT is also confused. That's funny. Today is, you guys said it's options, it's OPEX, options expiry. Is that true? That's the third week of the month. Is this the third week of the month right now? Starting from Friday? No, it's not. It's the second week. Do I think NASDAQ will go up today? I don't know. I'm very neutral. Where we're at right now? Plus 33%. Let's put up that RTH on both of them. I'm very neutral today. That's why I haven't taken a trade yet. This stock heat map meta is dragging everybody else down. I mean, I'm fine with that. Like, look at this. This is gross. It's the NASDAQ. These are the stocks that make up the NASDAQ. None of them even agree with each other, so there's no real trend today. Do a poll. What? For what? Chat is bizarre today as price. Thanks for staying NYC cool. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's mark out this RTH gap here. We closed here. Here. We opened. Orders. Okay. ES just hit 50% of that. Closed here. Here. Yeah. Okay. ES tapped 50% of the RTH gap. Alright, let's see this whole move up from London. It's not even at 50% yet, though. There's a hourly FEG at 50% BPR there for ES. Kind of looks interesting there. I don't really trust that the Nasdaq's not going to hit the new low of day. I don't know. I don't trust. Don't trust it unless it really decides to prove itself to come back above 8 a.m., 10 a.m. open. Let's see the Nasdaq here. Yeah, I mean, has these open FEGs in discount. Nasdaq kind of just didn't take a new low of day. It stopped at the last line here in this 1 minute bullish FEG, and that's kind of all I see right now. But like I said, I don't really trust it unless we come back above 10 a.m. open. Do you have any more? Not really. Fair value gaps there. I have a 15-minute now BPR. The 15-minute, like, this is really 50-50 for me, so. Some said, fake sell. I don't know what that means. What's a fake sell? I mean, the start, you can kind of tell what the day's theme is like just from how we started out. Not very trendy. When you meet a con man, that's what it is. Nasdaq's the con man. Have I traded the PM session at 1 p.m.? Not lately. Do I have more trader friends than non-trader friends? I don't know, like, it's hard to quantify it. I'd say it's pretty even. Pretty even. Like, I think I put a lot of emphasis on, like, what a friend is. I don't have many friends. Because I don't want to have many friends, too many. And they're just acquaintances. I'd say I have more trader acquaintances. A couple of them are good friends. But, like, how do you become friends with someone if you don't see them that often in person, you know? It's only the ones I've seen a few times. Hung out with a few times in person. And talk to often. So slow. Like, I don't want to, even if this does go up here, it's just like, could be a slow way up there. I only want to be in a trade that's actually, like, moving. I don't want to be in a trade that's kind of like, oh, this is the last line in the sand. I do feel like it could just pump up from here, maybe. We'll see. So you have this SMT here at the moment. You do have a little 1 minute FEG that's held here. Break of little 1 minute broken, and that's sure. About that. Let's see if we can see any type of continuation. Just wicks. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's nasty. Nasty. John Wick. VWAP drop on ES. So boring. I agree. Trump already talked. Nothing happened. Yeah. I think marketers are waiting for more headlines. That's what this means, you know? It's just a lot of noise, so. Do I want to be in something that's just like hanging on by a thread and then like, oh, you're hoping that some liquidity gets taken from the other side? Not really. I want to be in something that's like making fast and furious moves. Capital Preservation and Mental Preservation Friday. Yeah, Trump was just speaking. He said there could be more than 1,700 Iranian sleeper cells. He said at 10:15. He said that we'll be hitting Iran hard over the next week. Not focused on operation to take Iranian uranium, but at some point we might be. U.S. may escort ships through Hormuz if needed, if necessary, but expressed hope that tensions ease. Yeah, there's just a lot of mixed signals here. Powell expected to warn of stagflation risks ahead of the March Fed meeting. Jerome Powell is likely to acknowledge stagflation risks as oil prices surge, according to Bank of America. I don't trust Bank of America. I've never had good customer service there. Starting to see something here. We're near that 10 a.m. open soon. That was a nice second push-up, right? Right? Hold where needed to. Second push-up. Right under that 10 a.m. open. Just mark this guy here. That's where he needs to hold again. Alright, I'm gonna try that long. I'll put that risk on now. See if it holds where it needs to here. And then I'll add one more. Scales out. Plus 1 minute closes. Okay, I added one more. Oh, man. Okay, I took the loss. Alright, whatever. Not even mad. That was kind of funny. No, not even mad. I said I'd try it out on 3 accounts. It edged me into that. Maybe I took it too early because it didn't close above 10 AM open, but I kind of had the feeling like, oh, maybe it will consolidate right under it and then push up again, but I didn't get it. Alright, whatever. No harm, no foul. Only lost $450. Cool. Nah, now I really don't know. Is there any news on that? That was kind of hilarious. If that was just some news. Let me see. Not really. 3 minutes ago, I guess he said the regime will fall, but maybe not immediately. And that's when it started to drop a bit. Very tempting to just get in another trade, but honestly, I can't. Took smaller risk today. I'm just taking 3 accounts. It looked like it might have started to spool up, but nah. No point. What is it? 10:37? Like, this is so whack. Let's see. 46-point move back up. I'll have an alert at this 10 AM open, only if we get back above there. I'd try like one more time maybe, but I wouldn't be surprised if we just like slowly drop lower also. We have these hourlies here. I feel like there are a bunch of different places you could have got like chopped out today, and I just got chopped out one of them, so whatever. It's more likely than not. I mean, that was the first couple bullish candles in a row. It was pretty enticing. Okay. What are we doing, NASDAQ? In this 15 minutes, not even having fall through the downside. If you're looking at this as potential like BPR rejection, not even. We'll see in the next 5 minutes, but at the moment, straight at the open of it. What's ES doing? I'm not in a rush to take another trade. Like so many other times, I'm like, that's probably my weakness. Just want to take another trade right away, but this, if anything, that just showed me that we're just not trending. Well, kept a tight stop. The 15-minute is now dropping a little bit again. You would think that Nasdaq would take out this low of day already. They got me. I was the liquidity today. Not even that mad about it. Okay, yes, could have checked that on the 5. Yeah, they decided to reject it in that area. I was just playing for like completing the follow through, but yeah, that was the sign. Okay, that's okay. ES new low session. Nasdaq not even there yet. Finally. Honestly, I think that me coming into this day and being like, okay, I don't even like how it looks like, so if I do take a trade, it's just going to be across like 3 of my accounts. It's really helpful because then honestly, it doesn't really feel like a loss. Feels like a paper cut. Okay. Let's see, new low of day. Just like wicking it. It's just low. 602 and 602.50. Pretty equal lows. Do we fill the RTH gap yet for ES? No, it's adhere. John Wick, big sellers. Want to teach my kids how to trade? They want to. I want my kid to be a professional golfer. Why not? Like, that's better. Then during the off season, they can trade. Tanya, yeah, right levels of mind, just a bias was wrong. Yeah, that's it. Just brush it off. You're gonna have wrong bias sometimes. You can't. You're human. Oh, congrats if you ended up taking shorts. I mean, could have taken shorts after and stopped down the longs, but honestly, did not feel like it. Flipping. I feel like flipping bias requires like a lot of energy. A lot of focus, and you honestly on a day like today, I don't really. What's the daily even look like? The daily candle right now? It's probably whack. Yeah. It's, again, just wicking both sides. Okay. Whoops. That's it. Like, you just have to brush it off, because if you don't, then that's how you end up like rage trading, revenge trading, tilting, whatever. So it doesn't seem like this is stopping us at all. So we have lower 1 hour fair value gaps in a discount. Yeah. Could have kept an eye on DXY. DXY's dropping lower. I mean, going higher. Bitcoin's up. Price action was bad this week. Yeah, pretty bad. I'm like, ended up doing well because yesterday I had 2 days of break even this week. Today, honestly, it's a tiny, tiny loss. I almost consider it break even because I took it on 3 out of my 30 accounts, but it was pretty shitty action this week. Yeah. Because what's the weekly look like? Oh my god. Okay. Monday, we had 1,000 points on Monday, so that was a good day for longs. That's that. I think I don't remember. What was my other, like, I think I got a short or something. Don't even remember. That's what it's good. Honestly, it's good not to remember all your trades. After you journal your trades, you're done with it. They did a study on like waiters that they remembered the orders of people that didn't pay yet wait like almost perfectly, and they remembered the orders of people that finished paying. Like were not able to remember them nearly as much because that's already done with, like in their head. That task's finished. So after you deal with it, the thing is over in your brain. That means like you're at peace with it. Also, that's why like probably clutter is not good for you, because you have all these open tasks in your brain. Yeah, I don't really care about this price action. I don't know what to tell you. Don't really see a trade for me to get into now anyway. I guess the trade was to flip bias here and just to go for some more sell side, but yeah, maybe we'll get to 24,500s because those are some equal lows here on the NASDAQ, and it's a pretty even number. And some sell side. It decides to continue this trend lower. Especially it's kind of just being weak here. Or I was really gross. Yes, about to do its gap fill here. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. That's it. Do I drink coffee for trading? No. Because you don't need to be more jittery. You know, I like yerba mate. I didn't drink that in the morning though. I drink that in the afternoons. I drink Element. It's like magnesium, potassium, sodium. That's what I have in here. So yeah, it's an L day. I don't even blame myself. I think chat was 50% bullish also, and also thought that those lows are going to hold, which that was actually 50-50. But for me, I was like, oh, okay, new low day for ES, not a NASDAQ. That could have been the S&T. I mean, these candles are the ones that convinced me, honestly. So they got me there, but at least I had a pretty tight stop there. And no regrets, really. I take smaller. If you're not as sure, just take smaller sizing or just risk it on like a couple of your accounts, not all of them. Because then you don't even feel the need to like revenge trade, or you don't feel like you took the loss, right? Take small enough so that if you lose the money, you don't care. Well, that's what you should do anyway. Be comfortable with what's the smallest amount of money that you could risk. And like not care. What's the largest amount of money you can risk and not care, like that you lost that much. For some people, it's like probably $100, $150. For others, it might be $500. For others, it might be like $80 or something. So then just trade one micro until you get used to it. Yeah, I don't like this price action. I mean, what happened here? Yeah, it was some headline news about Iran. So it could have gone either way, is my point. So whatever. What if the headline was something else? Not even that. Okay. I don't know what this is. Okay. It's about to gap fill. ES. About to fill this gap. So congrats if you took shorts, though. Maybe you took it from there, or maybe you were short from all the way up here, 950s. It's a good day for the shorts. That's that. Yeah. It's 10:55. I don't really see something else I want to get involved with. So have a great weekend, everyone. I hope you have an amazing Friday. And I'll see you back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. But on Mondays, I'm on Ninja Trader at 9 a.m. The Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm on this stream. All in all, with it being a bad week, like 1 tiny loss today, 2 break-evens, and then 2 wins for the other days. Like, I'm pretty happy with how I handled it. And if you had a tough week this week, like, you'll bounce back next week, because I'm telling you, this price action's been hard. I mean, if you just look at the weekly, we're wicking every which way. Every time I open it on the NASDAQ, I just laugh. Bro, like, is this about to be the 3rd week in a row where we close pretty much where we opened? Yikes, if so. Like, that's big yikes. What if today we take out Monday's low? Maybe. But honestly, the structure from the morning didn't really tell me this. Because of that huge push-up during London. Well, congrats if you took those shorts. I had the wrong bias today. And we are leaking to that sell side. We leaked below 24,500. But yeah, if you want to know when I go live, hit that notification bell. And turn on YouTube notifications. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Just brush it off. I can't believe this 4 hours hilarious. Also, I think that's funny. But anyway, have a great weekend. Let me know in the chat how you did. Some people got beautiful shorts. Congrats. All right. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Bye-bye.